Obviously, news broke on Monday night of Julian Assange's plea deal and release from Belmarsh prison. And then yesterday was a day of formalities. And then today at 6:30 in the morning Eastern time, he landed in Australia. WikiLeaks puts out here, touchdown after enduring nearly 14 years of arbitrary detention in the UK. 5 years in maximum security prison for his groundbreaking publishing work in WikiLeaks, Julian Assange has arrived home on Australian soil, free at last. And the Free Assange live stream was capturing this live on YouTube, and they clipped this for Twitter. And so we're going to watch the moment, a very, very emotional in a good way moment of Julian Assange getting off of the airplane and greeting his wife and his father outside with some commentary, because this was part of the live stream. So with some commentary by, I believe this is the editor-in-chief now, Kristen Harfinson, pardon me. I always get stuck on that name, doing the live commentary. So here this is.
Jeremy, I need to interrupt you. We now have live feeds, basically, of Julian stepping out of the plane in Canberra.
Oh, please, let's see it.
Oh, it's such a... Well done, he's walking on the tarmac. I don't know, he's waving to the crowd. It's such a joyous moment. I'm not sure you can see it, but believe me, this is such an emotional moment. He is looking so great.
I saw pictures of him. He looked a lot better than last time I saw him.
Well, if you think that I have maybe backtracked a few years, I can tell you that he's looking a lot better than inside Belmarsh prison on Saturday. It's such a great moment. He's clenching his fists and waving to the crowd. What a great moment in history to witness and be a part of it, Jeremy. And thank you. I mean, we should all be.
I'm just getting it on my phone now. Wow.
He is meeting Stella now. Oh my God. Kissing Stella. This is, my God.
That's his father.
And John Shipton is there, his father. Reuniting with the family. What a great moment, Jeremy, to be watching this. This is something we've been fighting for, waiting for. Absolutely fantastic. It is. It's, oh my God, it's hard not to be emotional under these circumstances, Jeremy. I hope you appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's been something we've been waiting for a very long time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't it? My God.
Wow. Yeah, what a day.
What a day. That's what I kept saying. What a day. They both said, what a day. That's what I've been texting everybody about this.
To give you an idea of Julian's courage, as you know, he returned to a land with many poisonous animals.
That's right. Yes.
With man-eating sharks. They had to clear crocodiles from the runway before he could enter.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
He wanted
Going
to come
to Australia.
home.
What a day. That's what I kept saying. What a day. Just an amazing sight to see. Not only have they been waiting for that, but the WikiLeaks team has been, working for that for such a long time. And so gratifying to see. Stella tweets out, home. And Caitlin Johnston, who is, what do they call that? A fellow Aussie there. Maybe he'll do his first interview with her. That would be something. Local, right? Keep it local. She tweets out a lengthy post. I won't read the whole post, but you get the sense of it right here. Hell, maybe anything is possible. The thing that stands out for me the most when watching the deeply moving footage of Julian Assange arriving home to Australia is how impossible this all felt until it happened. Yes, I encourage you to read that entire post. It's quite long, so I won't read the whole thing here. But, this footage here of him getting off of the plane, hugging his wife, this feels like really a window into a parallel world because of just how relentlessly bad the news has been lately between Ukraine and between all the 2024 election stuff and obviously Israel, Gaza. Like, this feels like you're getting a glimpse of the good world through the window of your screen when you watch this. It almost doesn't feel real. It is surreal in a very very true sense when you think about, like, it was hard to imagine seeing this. It's hard to imagine this is not AI, but it's not. It's real. It's not a deep fake or a cheap fake, as they say in the White House. That's real. And what an amazing thing to see.
And hey, for activists who feel sometimes burned out or frustrated, sometimes you eat the bear. There's a case where we ate the bear. Take some satisfaction in it. And those of us who have been fighting for this, and many much more so than what we've done, hey, enjoy the moment, because there are a lot of fights left to fight. But remember, you can win, but it doesn't happen overnight, and it takes all of us. It takes that kind of collective action. There is absolutely no way, if there had not been that kind of public pressure from activists, that this would be happening. Absolutely no way. They would have been happy to let him die in prison. Yes. So that's what it's about.
Yeah, exactly. He'd have been here. He'd have been in a Virginia black site, God knows in what state of being, if alive at all, which is what his family and his team kept warning. If he comes to the U.S., if he is extradited, he will not make it. And without that activism, that would have happened pretty quickly. It was the movement that bought them the time to work this out. That's what it was. It was the activists that stretched out that timeline so that there would be enough space for these negotiations to happen. If not for the work that was done on the grounds and online and everywhere we could, if not for that work, this all would have happened pretty quickly, and the outcome would have been unspeakable, in my view. So and that's what did it.
That's why you stay engaged. You're seeing a lot of people, especially because this is the first presidential cycle in 8 years without a Sanders campaign to focus the energies of the left. And we're seeing a lot of people saying, well, what are we doing? Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Right. We're not wasting our time on Bernie's grift, and I think that's to the good. You see a lot of older activists who have been involved in activism much longer than we have. Very often, that's where they go. They leave electoral politics, and they get involved in causes, and they'll work with elected officials where their interests overlap. They don't care if you're Republican, Democrat. Okay, you're against this waste dump. Okay, I'll work with you. They really don't care what party you're from. And there's a logic to that, because very often your Democrat will be on the wrong side. I always forget this guy's name, but he was the congressman from Cancer Alley in New Orleans, where you have this mostly black, I always forget his name, mostly black population with disproportionate rates of cancer, because they just let these horrible chemical plants into the community. And when Biden gets elected, he made him a green liaison or something. Right. Like, you can't make this up. So if you're a green activist, what good does it really do you to make yourself a partisan aligned with a party? Then you have to shut up when things like that happen. You can't speak out about it, because now you're burning your contacts. Now your base of activism is the Democratic Party. So this is a good example, because who was one of the most outspoken people about this? Tucker Carlson.
Right. Exactly. And that's one of the things that Misty Winston has said from time to time when we have talked to her about this, is that the Julian Assange coalition truly is a cross-partisan one. It truly does include people from the quote-unquote far left to the quote-unquote far right, which is one of the reasons why it was effective. Right. It was.
Please clap.